Hello, mysterious Scorpio. Between June 16th and 17th, there is a powerful shift unfolding within your emotional world. And something deep inside you begins to slowly rise to the surface in a way that can no longer be ignored or gently pushed aside any longer. The energy surrounding you feels profoundly intense, layered, and deeply transformative, almost like a quiet, unseen storm moving through the hidden corridors of your inner truth, moving carefully through spaces you rarely show to others. It is gently yet persistently clearing away everything that no longer feels aligned with a deeper, more authentic, and more grounded version of who you are, steadily becoming. There is a strong and undeniable sense that the universe is now guiding you toward finally confronting something that has been quietly lingering in the background for quite some time. This is not a sudden accident, but more like a gradual unveiling that has been building beneath the surface of your awareness. It carries a subtle but powerful potential to completely reshape the way you perceive your current reality, emotional patterns, and inner responses to what you are experiencing. You may notice yourself moving through waves of frustration, sadness, and an almost urgent inner need for clarity and emotional understanding. These emotions may feel layered and difficult to separate at times, as if they're all moving through you at once without a clear direction. Yet beneath all of these shifting emotional currents, there is also a quiet but steady inner knowing that a breakthrough is forming in silence, even if it has not yet fully revealed its shape or timing. The tower appears as a symbol of disruption, release, and sudden emotional rearrangement, as if something built on old foundations is no longer able to remain in place. Although this energy may feel overwhelming, destabilizing, or emotionally unsettling at moments, it is ultimately guiding you back toward a more honest, grounded, and authentic version of yourself that you may already be slowly reconnecting with on a deeper level. Whether this connects to a strained relationship, an ongoing emotional conflict, or a situation that has gradually become too heavy, too complex, or too draining to continue carrying, there is a clear and undeniable call to release everything that no longer aligns with your inner truth, emotional integrity, and self-respect. This release is not about loss in a simple sense, but about returning to alignment with what feels real within you. This does not necessarily point toward a final or absolute ending, but rather a deep and necessary restructuring of your emotional boundaries, where you are being asked to stand more firmly, more consciously, and more truthfully within your own emotional awareness and inner world. You are being guided to recognize where your emotional energy belongs and where it no longer needs to be extended. Your intuition feels especially heightened during this period, almost as if your inner voice is speaking more clearly beneath all the noise, pressure, and emotional intensity surrounding you. If something feels off, it becomes important to gently but honestly face it rather than avoid it. And if emotions have been held back for too long, this is the moment they begin to ask for space to move and be expressed again in a more natural way. A meaningful conversation may soon take place with someone close to you, possibly a partner or someone with whom you share a deep emotional connection that has carried weight over time. There is a strong feeling that what has remained unspoken can no longer stay hidden beneath the surface, and this person may come forward with a confession, an apology, or an explanation that finally brings clarity to what has been unclear. Even if what they express feels unexpected, emotionally intense, or difficult to process in the moment, it is meant to reveal deeper layers within this connection that were not visible before. You are also gently reminded that you do not need to accept anything that feels below your worth or misaligned with the direction your emotional truth is guiding you toward. The past may also attempt to return in some form, as someone from before could reach out and reopen a chapter you once believed had already come to a natural close. This becomes a quiet but deeply meaningful test of your emotional growth, asking you to reflect with honesty on whether revisiting this energy truly supports your highest path, or whether it is finally time to close that door with clarity and inner certainty. In your professional environment, you're being advised to move with care, awareness, and grounded observation, as subtle tensions or unspoken dynamics may be present around you. Avoiding rushed decisions or unnecessary risks will serve you far better than acting under pressure, urgency, or emotional reaction. While challenges may appear along your path, there is also gentle but steady guidance pointing you toward patience, observation, and thoughtful action as the approach that leads to more stable and grounded outcomes over time. Trust that what is truly meant for you carries its own stability and cannot be easily taken away or disrupted by external uncertainty or temporary emotional shifts. As this energy continues to unfold, you are being invited into a deeper state of clarity, emotional empowerment, and inner truth, while remaining connected to the quiet wisdom that continues to guide your steps forward. If this message resonates with you, your support helps keep these readings alive and flowing, allowing this space to continue reaching others who may need it. Today carries a quiet but firm reminder that each person must eventually face the natural consequences of their own choices, no matter how much time passes or how circumstances shift around them. Even when your heart is guided by empathy, understanding, and compassion, there is still a natural limit to how much you can carry for others without losing your own balance. You are being gently asked to release the need to fix everything around you, or take responsibility for outcomes that are not yours to hold. When you begin to let go of this constant responsibility, you create more space to focus on your own direction, your own emotional stability, and your own path forward. And over time, this shift brings a deeper, steadier, and more sustainable sense of inner peace. Even if something unexpected appears outside the structure you carefully built for yourself, there is still a gentle but steady guidance, encouraging you to remain open, especially if it carries genuine meaning or long-term benefit for your personal path. Not every disruption is meant to feel negative or unsettling, and some situations that arrive suddenly may actually hold hidden opportunities that only become visible when you allow them enough space, patience, and mindful awareness to unfold in their own timing. During this period, even the smallest adjustments in your personal environment, such as adding warmth to your home or gently shifting the atmosphere around you, can create a noticeable and grounding influence on your emotional balance and inner stability. If you have been considering small improvements like changing fabrics, refreshing your space, or adding subtle details that help you feel more comfortable, safe, and emotionally supported, this becomes a supportive moment to gently follow those inner impulses without hesitation. These simple yet intentional physical changes can help create a smoother, softer, and more harmonious flow of energy around you, allowing your internal state to gradually feel more stable, supported, and emotionally settled in a natural and sustainable way. Your calm presence, quiet strength, and natural discretion also become more visible now, making it easier for others, especially potential collaborators or partners, to feel trust in your energy, your intentions, and the grounded way you carry yourself. There is a deeper sense of closure slowly beginning to form within you, as if an internal cycle of tension, repetition, and emotional heaviness is finally starting to loosen its grip after a long period of emotional holding and endurance. Situations that once felt overwhelming, draining, or mentally exhausting are gradually dissolving and losing their emotional influence over your inner world, as though they no longer have the same power to shape your thoughts or reactions. You are not moving forward as someone defeated or worn down, but rather as someone who has learned to remain steady under pressure, choosing clarity, awareness, and inner emotional strength over resistance, confusion, or struggle. This moment carries the feeling of a quiet inner rise, where you begin to carry yourself with more calm authority, emotional maturity, and a deeper sense of stability that feels earned through lived experience rather than imposed from the outside. The energies surrounding you are blending subtle intuition with a stronger sense of movement and direction, encouraging you to trust your attention to detail while also remaining open to shifts in timing and unexpected changes along your path. Influences such as the Sun-Neptune alignment enhance perception, sensitivity, and inner awareness, creating a space where logic and intuition begin to interact more naturally, supporting a more balanced and integrated emotional flow. The Knight of Swords reflects a phase where situations may begin to move faster than before, bringing direct communication, rapid decisions, or unexpected developments that require clear, grounded, and mentally steady thinking. This acceleration can feel both exciting and intense at the same time, as if events are unfolding with very little space to pause, reflect, or overanalyze each step. While this momentum may create urgency or external pressure, There is also a strong reminder to remain centered within yourself and avoid reacting too impulsively, allowing your natural caution and inner awareness to guide each response with care, precision, and emotional balance. The Chariot supports this forward movement, showing progress emerging through discipline, focus, and steady inner control rather than force, as you continue navigating obstacles toward a more stable, secure, and well-structured foundation in your life. The Empress brings a strong and grounding focus on self-care, comfort, and emotional nourishment, gently inviting you to soften self-criticism and reconnect more deeply with your physical and emotional needs in a patient, compassionate, and supportive way. There may also be subtle indications of financial or material improvement beginning to form through collaboration, timing, or intuitive insights that gradually open new pathways for growth and stability. In this moment, allowing yourself small forms of comfort, rest, or creative expression becomes an essential part of your natural development rather than something unnecessary or distracting. The Wheel of Fortune suggests movement in both life direction and financial flow, where unexpected opportunities may arise suddenly, and your discernment will be essential in choosing what truly aligns with your long-term stability, inner values, and sense of direction. The Star brings a gentle yet powerful sense of recovery after difficulty, softly restoring hope, emotional clarity, and inner light following periods of heaviness, doubt, or emotional fatigue that may have weighed on your inner world. As this healing energy continues to unfold, there is also a growing sense of meaningful connection or alignment beginning to form in your life, where understanding becomes easier and emotional distance slowly begins to soften in a natural, unforced, and gradual way. Justice reminds you that fairness, balance, and energetic accountability are active and ongoing forces within your experience, ensuring that consistent effort, honesty, and integrity will eventually be recognized and reflected back to you in a stable, balanced, and deserved form. At the same time, there is a gentle but very important reminder to pay close attention to your physical well-being, especially any signs of fatigue, inflammation, or stress-related symptoms that may be manifesting through your body. Emotional pressure and accumulated mental strain from recent days or weeks can sometimes express themselves physically, and conditions such as low energy, persistent tiredness, fever-like sensations, or respiratory discomfort may be closely connected to elevated stress levels within your system. This makes it especially important to maintain awareness of both your emotional state and your physical condition together, allowing you to care for yourself in a more complete, grounded, and consistent way that supports long-term balance, resilience, and overall stability. There is a strong and steady reminder today that holding back your emotions or continuously suppressing what you truly feel can slowly build into an invisible emotional weight that begins to affect your overall well-being over time. You are being gently encouraged to allow your thoughts, emotions, and inner reactions to surface naturally, instead of keeping them contained or pushed aside, especially as Jupiter becomes more active in your energy and begins bringing situations forward that may require your attention, honesty, and presence. When you express what is inside you at the right moment, in a grounded and sincere way, you create space for a lighter emotional state to emerge, gradually freeing yourself from what has been quietly holding you back beneath the surface. In your work environments, your ability to remain organized, disciplined, and consistent is becoming increasingly visible to those around you, even in moments when you may underestimate your own progress. This energy places you in a position where greater responsibility, trust, or advancement may naturally come your way. As others begin to recognize your reliability, steady performance, and quiet efficiency in everything you handle, today strongly supports practical decisions and tangible real-world results. But at the same time, it also asks you to remain focused and grounded, ensuring that emotional heaviness or scattered thinking does not interfere with your clarity, productivity, or decision-making process. If you are currently developing a project connected to financial independence, long-term stability, or personal growth, the timing around you feels especially supportive and aligned with steady forward movement. There is a clear encouragement to continue progressing with your plans and to fully engage with the momentum building in your environment. particularly by connecting with people, communities, or groups who share similar goals, values, and visions for the future. Surrounding yourself with aligned individuals can significantly strengthen your direction, and if those communities are not immediately available, then actively seeking out spaces such as events, discussions, or professional gatherings may open unexpected but meaningful doors. Within the financial and material sphere, there is a noticeable sense of positive movement beginning to take shape, suggesting opportunities that feel naturally aligned with timing rather than random coincidence. Your practical, observant mindset allows you to recognize value in places where others may overlook it, and this awareness becomes a powerful advantage as new possibilities gradually begin to surface around you. Energies symbolized by the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Swords point toward quick developments, sudden shifts, or unexpected proposals, where your ability to remain thoughtful, steady, and non-impulsive will be especially important in shaping your outcomes. The influence of the Empress suggests that meaningful growth can also come through nurturing the efforts you have already invested, where slow but consistent progress begins to reveal itself more clearly over time. The Chariot reinforces the importance of direction, discipline, and inner control, reminding you to focus on long-term stability rather than being pulled toward short-term gains or temporary excitement that may not last. The star brings a softer and more hopeful layer into your financial path, indicating that patience and openness can reveal hidden support, healing opportunities, or favorable outcomes when timing naturally aligns. Justice, meanwhile, highlights fairness and balance within agreements and interactions, ensuring that sincere effort and honest intention are eventually recognized and returned to you in a stable and equitable way. In matters of the heart, there is a gentle but deeply important reminder that emotional space is essential for genuine feelings to grow in a way that feels healthy, stable, and emotionally sustainable over time. When this space becomes too limited, too compressed, or filled with unspoken tension, emotional imbalance can slowly begin to form beneath the surface, sometimes leading to insecurity, misinterpretations, or expectations that gradually feel heavier than reality and eventually turn into quiet disappointment. The presence of Venus in this guidance softly emphasizes the importance of honesty, emotional maturity, and self-awareness, especially when you are learning to navigate both your own emotional state and the feelings of those you care about with greater awareness and sensitivity. This is not a moment for blame, emotional withdrawal, or creating distance within relationships, but rather a time to gently soften inner tension, allow forgiveness to flow where it is needed, and slowly release anything that no longer supports emotional peace or inner balance. If you are single, there is a soft but meaningful encouragement to reflect more deeply and more truthfully on what you genuinely need in love, beyond surface-level desires or temporary emotional impulses that may shift quickly and unpredictably over time. Through this kind of sincere inner honesty, there is a stronger and more stable opportunity to build connections that feel balanced, grounded, and more closely aligned with your emotional truth and long-term well-being. There is also a gentle and comforting sense of warmth surrounding your family connections today, as if the emotional atmosphere within your home is gradually becoming softer, more open, and more willing to receive understanding, patience, and emotional presence from one another. Moments shared with loved ones may feel more grounded, meaningful, and emotionally present, allowing bonds to naturally strengthen through simple presence, attentive listening, and sincere emotional care. The Ten of Cups reflects this harmony in a very clear and steady way, pointing toward emotional fulfillment that grows from shared experiences which slowly develop into lasting, supportive, and deeply rooted memories over time. The Empress continues to deepen this nurturing influence within your relationships, encouraging affection, appreciation, and small but meaningful acts of kindness that gently strengthen mutual recognition and emotional closeness within your family circle. As time flows forward, the Chariot suggests that taking a more active, intentional, and steady role in guiding family interactions can be especially beneficial, particularly when it comes to organizing conversations or gently addressing small issues with clarity, calmness, and emotional control. Even so, patience remains essential, as allowing space for different perspectives to be understood creates a more balanced, peaceful, and emotionally sustainable resolution for everyone involved. The Wheel of Fortune indicates that positive shifts may naturally begin to unfold within family matters, bringing moments of celebration, emotional relief, or renewed connection that gently uplift and soften the emotional atmosphere within the home. The star adds a deeper and more tender layer of emotional healing to this process, suggesting that past tensions may gradually dissolve as understanding, compassion, and emotional softness slowly and naturally return to the center of relationships. Justice reinforces this entire flow by highlighting fairness, balance, and honest communication, where each person is given the space to express themselves openly, helping restore emotional equality and mutual understanding within the family dynamic in a more meaningful and stable way. Your energy today is described as high, active, and mentally engaged, although there may be brief emotional dips or moments of quiet melancholy toward the evening that should not be seen as something alarming or out of place. These natural fluctuations are part of a heavier emotional influence currently surrounding your field, and the key is to remain centered within yourself without allowing temporary moods to distort your overall perspective, decisions, or emotional clarity throughout the day. Mental clarity becomes your strongest and most reliable asset today, helping you evaluate opportunities more carefully and recognize what truly holds long-term meaning, stability, and value for your path ahead. At the same time, it is important to remain aware of emotional withdrawal or the tendency to become overly distant from those around you, as isolation or excessive criticism may unintentionally disrupt otherwise meaningful and supportive connections in subtle but significant ways. While honesty and direct communication remain important qualities in your expression, they should always be delivered with awareness, emotional sensitivity, and thoughtful timing so they do not create unnecessary misunderstanding, tension, or emotional harm. For students, this is a productive and supportive period to expand knowledge, learn from experienced individuals, and strengthen understanding through both external guidance and consistent personal effort applied over time. Surrounding yourself with people who have already walked a path you are just beginning can significantly accelerate your growth and help strengthen your motivation to move forward with consistency, patience, and focused intention. This energy also supports structured study habits and steady, step-by-step progress toward academic or personal goals, allowing you to build a stronger, more stable, and more reliable foundation for your future development. In terms of relationships and compatibility, there is a particularly strong alignment today with Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Pisces energies, each bringing a different but supportive emotional influence into your experience. With Scorpio, there is a deep sense of emotional support and intuitive understanding that can help someone feel seen, held, and less alone during difficult or emotionally heavy moments, reinforcing a connection that feels genuine and grounding. With Sagittarius, inspiration and mutual encouragement create a natural flow where support moves easily in both directions, bringing uplifting, motivating, and expanding energy into shared experiences and emotional interactions. With Pisces, emotional openness allows love to express itself in a gentle, healing, and compassionate way, reminding you that love is not limited to romantic expression, but extends into all forms of human connection and emotional presence in everyday life. As this message gently comes to a close, there is a quiet but meaningful reminder that your presence within this shared space of reflection and awareness carries real significance and emotional value beyond what may be immediately visible. These words are not intended to define your destiny or fix your future in place, but rather to offer clarity and help you listen more closely, more honestly, and more deeply to your own inner voice as it guides you forward. You are gently encouraged to keep what resonates strongly within your heart and allow the rest to naturally dissolve and fade away, trusting your own inner sense of truth as you continue moving forward on your path with quiet confidence.